So hello everyone at St. Martin's and beyond. I'm outside today. It's so beautiful. Why would I be inside to talk? But rather, I want to be out here with the birds and the bees, and there are a lot of birds. And my dog is here, so we're going to hope that he just stays real still for about 5 minutes. Today's lesson is the best. It's all about love. Love, love, love. So what we're going to talk about is what love means, really, and how we are called to be people who love one another. I'm going to start by showing you, I don't know if you can see this, I have made love on my arm. I don't know if you can see it. Doesn't look very good. Love. I have written it on my arm as if I've made a tattoo. You know what a tattoo is. You've seen them. Young women might have a butterfly on their ankle or on their wrist. Sometimes people put a name on their arm to remind them of someone they love, someone maybe they've lost. Some tattoos are on people's bodies to remember something that's happened to them. I have a daughter who has a tattoo of a truck on her leg to remember the time that she was hit by a truck. And she survived, and she was so proud that she made it through that she put a little truck on the back of her leg. I put love on my arm. It's a good tattoo. This isn't a real one. I can wash it off, but it would be a good one to have because it would remind us of what we're called to do. Our Bible verse today says that God is love. I don't know if that's so easy to understand. What does it mean to say God is love? God is the creator of the universe. God is with us. God loves us. God sent Jesus to be with us, to teach us. God is love. One thing I think it means is that love is the best feeling there is. When we are loved and we know someone loves us, it makes us feel wanted. It makes us feel valuable. It makes us feel so warm inside. There's nothing quite like someone who loves us. And there's nothing quite like being able to love someone else. Loving your parents, your sisters and brothers, the people in your family. Loving your dog like I do. All that feeling that is so beautiful in our hearts comes from God. God teaches us to love. He created love in our inner being. That's what we're meant to be, people who love. Well, the Bible verse today also says, it's very confusing. It says God is love, and then it adds, if we abide in love, we abide in God. It's like a puzzle. We have to start, though, with the word abide. I'm going to show it to you. This is the word abide. It's not one we use very often. It means to live in, to live with. We have a word like it, abode, which means a house. So abide and abode, to live with, to live in a house, to live in love. What does it mean to live in love? It means to live with a spirit of love, reminding ourselves every day that we are called to love one another. If we do that, this Bible verse tells us, if we live in love, abide in love, it's the same thing as living in God. God is inside us. Love, God, they go together. Jesus liked to talk about it this way. He said, I am the vine, and you are the branches, and you should abide in me. Apart from me, you can almost do nothing. Apart from Jesus, it's hard for us to have a spirit of love, because that's where love comes from. It comes from God. I have a vine here. This one is a Virginia creeper vine. Jesus would have been talking about grapevines. Here's the main part of the vine, I am the vine, says Jesus, and here's the branch, the small piece that grows out of him, that is still a part of him. In Jesus' world, there would be grapes on this vine, so the vine would bear fruit. Jesus says, if you stay with me, then you will be able to bear fruit, the fruit of love, the fruit of kindness. If you break away from me, it is harder for you to do that, because God is love. So if I break this branch off, which I'm not going to do, these leaves will immediately wither and they'll be useless. Together, this can grow and grow fruit, especially if it were a grapevine. So let's get back to this silly tattoo I have on my arm. You can barely see it. What are the ways that we can remember what God calls us to do every day? And what is that? To love one another. I kind of want to get a tattoo to say that. Every morning, what if we wake up and say, this day I am called to love. I'm called to love others as myself. I'm called to love those who hurt me. I'm called to love those who I don't agree with. I go out into the world and I'm called to be generous, to be kind, to listen, to care, to not judge others, just to be a person who loves. So let's tattoo that in our minds, tattoo it in our hearts. God is love, and if we abide in love, live in love, with the spirit of love, and love is an active verb, it means go out and do love, be love. If we do that, we are with God all the time. Praise be to God, the maker of this gorgeous earth today. Amen.